Yanni County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM. Well, the community fair season is big right now. It is running, and this week it's the Ox Hill Fair. Next week, I always called it the biggest little fair, the biggest and best little fair all around. It's the Cookport Fair, the Green Township Community Fair. Janine Stewart, you had a nice little way to think of it, too. It's the World's Fair, huh?
Yeah, to some people, it's the World's Fair.
The whole world is invited to the Cookport Fair. Janine Stewart, Morris Fox in the studio with us this morning. It's our annual visit with the folks from the Cookport Fair. It's good to have you. Good to see you both again.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, let's cozy up a little closer to those microphones so that folks can hear you a little better. And, of course, we're on Facebook Live, so if people want to tune in and see you, big Facebook Live stars this morning, Janine.
Wow.
Say hi to folks on Facebook.
Well, hi there, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. All righty. So it's the 101st.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
101 years of the Cookport Fair. And down through the years, of course, this has become more than just a family tradition. This is a generational thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you pass it on from generation to generation, and people get raised at the fair.
And they keep coming back. People get married at the fair.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
They meet at the fair and then they get married.
There's
there.
class reunions and family reunions. And
Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you about, because I know that in the past you've said that people actually plan their summers or their falls around this fair, and they plan class reunions so
Yes.
that they're all going to be here for their class reunion, and they all get to be at the fair too, because that's been such a big part of their lives.
Right.
yes,
And so they come home to Cookport, if you will.
we've had some come in from California even.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. All right, so the fair begins on Sunday. You're going to start with the community worship service, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we have that large choir. It's
Yeah.
multiple churches all together singing in the choir. It's really nice.
And they've been rehearsing for weeks now, haven't
Oh,
they?
yeah, and they're practicing live tonight on a stage.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Really? So somebody happens to walk by the fairgrounds, they might get a little preview?
Yeah, they could. Uh-huh.
All right, so that's usually, 100 voices or more in that choir?
Well, not this year. Last year they were trying, because it was the 100th year, they were
Oh, I
trying for
see.
the 100 voices. But I think they were a couple short.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, but
They were in the high 90s.
it's a number of churches all getting together for that choir. And just like our temperatures this week, high 90s last year, huh?
Yeah.
So the service is at 7 o'clock on Sunday evening.
Yes, it is.
And, of course, the fairgrounds are going to be buzzing all weekend long, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exhibits getting checked in, getting that last second little dusting and sweeping out the corners a little bit and making the fairgrounds look so nice. And that's a good place to start, because
Yes, it is.
the Cookport Fairgrounds really is a very, very special place. And there's been a lot of hard work that has gone into making it look so good for the fair, hasn't there?
Yeah, I can remember going over there whenever you had to wear your hip boots.
Now you've got the paved sidewalks and everything,
Now
huh?
we got pavement.
Yeah, yeah. I remember a couple of years ago, maybe it was Dick Keith was telling me about going over to the fairgrounds, or maybe it was even you, Morris, and finding out that the groundhog had dug a hole in the one building and had taken up residence there. But that stuff doesn't happen anymore. Everything looks so nice.
Well, the groundhogs are still there.
Are they? Well, everybody wants to be at the fair, including the groundhogs.
Still
Yeah.
digging.
Still digging.
the
They're still digging.
So tell me, what are some of the big highlights of the fair for each of you this year?
Well, we have Josh Gallagher signed up for Monday night, but if it rains, I don't know what we're going to do, because it was an outdoor show.
Yeah, well, I think you'll be okay. Josh Gallagher, of course, was on TV on The Voice.
Yes, on The Voice.
Yeah,
Number
and
4.
he's a country star.
Yeah.
He's big time. He's Monday night.
Yes, we were there on Monday cleaning and working, and his aunt and his uncle came in to see. They didn't know where the Cookport Fair was, so they
Really?
decided to take a ride and check it out. So they were there Monday. Very nice people.
Are they not exactly from around here, but close enough that it was a day trip for them?
Over by Johnstown Crescent, over in that
Oh,
area.
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they came by to see it.
Yeah.
Terrific. Yeah, that's Monday night. That's a big highlight for the entire week, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's one
Plus,
of the big ones.
they're going to have a garden tractor pull, dead sled, and it's some of the young kids can participate in that.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's always something special on the track.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got the 2 stages, too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and those places are humming all week long. Yeah, yeah. So that's what's happening on Monday. And one of the other features of the fair at the Cookport Fair is that the high school bands are brought in,
Oh, yeah.
and we get to hear their performances as well.
I think it is so nice to get our schools participating in things like that. And even up at the tractor pools and that, we will get our school to bring special students in to sing the national anthem. And believe me,
yeah.
some of the singing, you ought to hear it. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's unreal to know that that talent is in our school.
Yeah, and it's being developed by our schools.
Yeah.
A big credit to them. So you'll have that happening on Monday, and of course the exhibits will open, and the judging. I assume the judging starts on
we're
Monday.
Still taking
No.
exhibits on Monday.
Still taking exhibits
till
Monday.
6:00.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then everything is opened up after 6.
Oh. Okay. Now Tuesday is September 11th, and that's a big schedule you have that day too.
Yeah, we have the judging of all the exhibits on that day. Even there's horse show judging and chicken judging. And did you ever realize there's as many chickens as there is?
You mean varieties?
Varieties.
Or just in sheer numbers? Yeah, well, there's tons of them.
There is.
And they're exotic looking, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they really are. So that'll be going on. And what's happening on the stage on Tuesday?
Well, on Tuesday we have Clay Bowser, and then we have a Heritage Harmony Quartet.
They're local.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy's in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy Degenkolb is a part of that group. So those are the two stage performances on the track on Tuesday night. Got a big tractor pull going on.
Yes, we do the 6,000 pound.
And then Wednesday, I was looking at the schedule and I saw Big Tiny Young. It's
Yes.
there every year, huh?
We try to get him there. 'Cause
Yeah, sure.
He is so good.
People love them.
He is so good.
Yeah, yeah. So Big Tiny Young will be performing a couple of times probably through the course of the day, and no, he's back the next day too. So folks will get a chance to see him. You've got another gospel group on the main stage happening.
Yeah, the Masters.
Yeah, that's great harmonies there. You've got pony pulling and horse pulling going down on the tracks. You've got the
Yep.
Marion Center band there. I didn't mention, do we have a band on Tuesday, a high school band? I don't see one listed there. So Marion Center Band is going to be there on Wednesday. And the big old log sawing contest, that's a
Yes.
big part of the Cookport
Oh,
Fair,
yeah.
huh? That's a competition there. Morris, you ever won that?
I've never done it.
Janine, have you ever won
No,
that?
no, I've never even tried it.
You've
but
never-
there's a lot of young kids try that.
Yeah.
It's
Kids like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun to watch them.
They really get into it,
Boy,
don't
they do. Yes.
Yeah, so that'll be the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday is Senior Citizen Day on the fairgrounds,
Yes, it
and
is.
that's a special deal for seniors, isn't it? Yeah, you've got Senior Citizen Day. You've got all kinds of activities for seniors. You've got a lot happening on the stage. Simple Pleasures is going to be there. They do what? Bluegrass and some gospel.
Yes. Mhm.
Big Tiny Young is back. You'll have the Penns Manor High School Band there.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, and then on the track, one of the real attractions of the last few years, and I love that that the fairs have gotten onto this, is ATV and UTV races.
Yes, and didn't Corey say we might have some motorbike races too? Or
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
it didn't get into the schedule, but a lot of people had requests, and so they decided to go ahead with that too.
Yeah.
Added in.
Now you've got a tractor pull that night.
Yep, up on the other track.
You've got the gospel music of Tom Budner, and then you've got something very special on Thursday night as well. And that is the basket auction for the Fair Scholarship Fund.
Yes, it is.
One of the things people might not realize is that the Cookport Fair actually does provide scholarships
Yes,
for
we do.
students.
Right.
And this is how you raise the money to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll have a number of baskets. And
7.
7 of them. A variety of themes, I would guess.
Yes, different themes.
Yeah, and folks can, obviously, they
And
can
they're all packed up and
they can bid on those.
and they bid on them, and
And-
some of them turn them back in and they bid on them again.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it. Well, that's just big-hearted people, is what that is.
It's
That's
it's gone quite it's done quite well.
Yeah.
For the scholarship funds.
Yeah, and that's very, very important. Now, Friday is a really, really big day at the Cookport Fair. That's Purchase Line Day. They don't even have school in
Nope,
Purchase Line
nope,
that day,
they
do
take
they?
that day off.
They take the day off of school because they know that everybody wants to be at the Cookport Fair.
Well, they probably, if they didn't take the day off, the kids would be skipping school.
They'd be there anyway. So, Janine, what are some of the events we'll look forward to on Friday?
Well, we're going to have a sack race for the kids around 1:30 in the afternoon, and then at 2 o'clock we have the Purchase Line Band to play. Mm-hmm. And then up on the track we have what they call a Power Wheels pull for younger kids under 50 pounds. Mm-hmm. That's quite interesting. You wouldn't believe some of those little guys get on there. They really enjoy that.
They're developing leg strength for later
yeah.
on when they're playing for Purchase
yeah.
Line.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what they're doing there. But those kids' activities will be happening all day long. They'll get
Yes.
a little prize drawing happening later in the afternoon.
Yes, 6 o'clock.
And then you've got the Boomers coming. Tell me about them.
They're good. They're the oldies, aren't they? The Boomers.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, they're the older, play the oldies, and yeah, they're very good.
There's pickup truck pulls and horse pulls happening on the tracks. And so Friday will be a very, very special day. Kids 18 and under get in free
Yes.
until 6 p.m.
Until 6 p.m. yeah.
And the ride prices are reduced until 6 o'clock as well. So that makes it a really big day for them. And hard to believe, but then we're all the way to Saturday already.
Yes.
I know it goes quick just talking about it here, but it probably really goes quick during the course of the week, doesn't it?
It seems to, yeah. Seems like it takes a long time working up to it, and then when the week hits, it's like zoom, it's gone.
And that's just like making a good meal. It takes you hours to cook it and seconds to eat it.
Right.
Yep.
That's the way that goes. But Saturday, September the 15th, you start early in the morning with all kinds of activities for all ages.
Yep. We have a rabbit show early in the morning too, at 9 o'clock up at the barn,
Okay.
and then they have a horseshoe pitching contest for juniors and seniors.
All right, so Morris, you've never done the log song. You've done the horseshoes, haven't you?
Oh, I've not in that competition, but
Yeah.
I have thrown a shoe or two.
Because you're too good? Is that what it is?
No.
We don't give them time off. We keep them busy down in the shed.
Oh, I thought you didn't want pros. You didn't want pros to be there as a part of the whole event. But again, all day long. You got the teddy bear parade happening later in the day.
Yep, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Now, what's that all about, Janine?
You and the kids or whatever take a teddy bear and they decorate it up, and it's either a sports bear, a holiday bear, or a fair bear. They decorate it to fit in any one of those categories.
Yeah. And then you've got the traditional old-time fair contest going through the day. The rolling pin contest.
Yes, we do.
You doing the hay bale toss?
Yeah.
Morris, you ever win the hay bale toss?
No.
No? Okay. I can't get Morris involved in any of these games, Janine.
We keep them busy.
I didn't.
I'm really
What are you doing during the week, Morris?
taking pictures and
Oh, yeah?
all kinds of things.
Yeah. Tractor pulls?
Yes, that's a big one that
yeah.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, on the main stage on Saturday night at the fair, boy,
7
they've
Mile
become
Run.
big, haven't they?
They have. They're very good.
7 Mile Run will be performing, and that'll be at 7 o'clock on the main stage at the Cookport Fair. And it's just it's a wonderful community fair. One of the great things about it is that it is really community, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it takes all kinds of volunteer efforts, and folks like you, the two of you, are the ones that make it happen.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, because this is a serious question here. Not that you're not both young and full of vim and vigor, but the next generation has to come along and at some point take up the mantle that has been passed down through 101 years of the Cookport Fair. Are you getting the young folks to participate and to be a part of the fair activities, the planning and the execution of the fair?
We're starting to get a few new members on the board of directors. We have a young man in now that's his grandfather used to be on there, Jim Edwards.
Oh, okay.
And Jason is coming in now. So, yeah, we're trying to get more younger ones involved.
Yeah, well, they're absolutely important for the survival of fairs such as yours. If you're going to pass it on to a next generation, there had better be a next generation there.
Try to get them interested.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, well, everybody has all those things that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's coming. The biggest thing is trying to get them involved, you got to get something that they're interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then with so many things dividing their attention and pulling them in so many different directions, we understand that it can be very, very difficult. But those are the things that you think about after next week. And as you're heading through the next year and planning the 102nd Cookport Fair, right now it's the fun and it's the games and it's the food. We didn't mention the food, did we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always lots of good food.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't bring me any again this year.
Sorry.
It's like, what,
Fair hasn't started yet.
7, 8, 10 years I've had you on Indiana in the morning, and you haven't brought me a hot sausage sandwich yet. And I know you know how to make those because you used to make them for me with the purchase line game.
Yes, I did.
Well, we forgive you for that.
We'll have to bring one in for you.
We'll look forward to next year. But right now we're looking forward to next week, the 101st Cookport Fair. Morris Fox, Janine Stewart, thanks for coming in to be with us today. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And everybody go to the fair. Oh, by the way, admission.
Same as before.
It's $4.
$4. $4. Parking?
Free.
Free. That's what we needed to get out to the folks. All right, there you go. We went right up to the marker today. Have a